ലോകജാലകത്തിലൂടെ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിത പങ്കാളിയെ കണ്ടെത്താൻ
വേൾഡ് മാട്രിമോണി.
Hi everyone, I'm here again to continue the study material of part 48. Capabilities. Capabilities are the firm's capacity to deploy resources that have been purposely integrated to achieve and desired end state. Number 15. The glue that holds an organization together. Capabilities emerge over time through complex interaction among tangible and intangible resources. Capabilities can be tangible, like a business process that is automated, but most of them tend to be facet and intangible, critical to forming. Competitive advantages. Capabilities are often based on developing, carrying, and exchanging information and knowledge through the firm's human capital. Number 16. Because a knowledge base is grounded in organizational action that may not be explicitly understood by all employees, reputation and practice increased the value of firms' capabilities. The foundation of many capabilities lies in the skills and knowledge of the firm's employees and often their functional exercise. Hence, the value of human capital in developing and using capabilities and ultimately core competencies cannot be overstated. Firms commit to continuously developing their people's capabilities seem to accept the adage that the person who knows how will always have a job. The person who knows why will always be his boss. Number 17. Global business. Leaders increasingly support that the view that the knowledge and possessed by human capital is among the most significant of an organization's capabilities and may ultimately be at the root of all competitive advantages, but firms must also be able to use the knowledge that they have and transfer it among their operating businesses. Number 18. For example, researcher has suggested that in the information age, things are necessarily knowledge is central. A company's value derives not from things but from knowledge, know-how, intellectual assets, competencies, all of it embedded in people. Number 19. Given this reality, the firm's challenge is to create an environment that allows people to fit their individual pieces of knowledge together so that collectively employees possess as much organizational knowledge as possible. Number 20. To help them develop an environment in which knowledge is widely spread across all employees. Some organizations have created the new upper-level managerial position of Chief Learning Officer, CLO. Establishing a CLO position highlight a firm's belief that the future successful will depend on competencies that traditionally have not been actively managed or measured, including creatively and the speed with which new ideas are learned and shared. Number 21. In general, the firm should manage knowledge in ways that will capabilities are often developed in specific functional areas such as manufacturing, R&D, and marketing, or a part of a functional areas, for example, advertising. The value chain popularized by Michael Porter's book Competitive Advantage is useful tool for taking stock or organizational capabilities. A value chain is of activity in the value chain. Some of the activities are deemed to to be primary in the sense that these activities add direct value. In the preceding figure, activities are logistic, inbound and outbound. Marketing and service support activities include how the firm is organized, infrastructure, human resources, technology, and procurement products. Fast through all activities of the chain in order, and at each activity, the product gains same value and firms effective. To that extent that the chain of activities gives the products more added value than the sum of added values of all activities, it is important not to mix the concept of the value chain with the cost occurring throughout the activities. A diamond cutter can be used as an example of the differences. The cutting activities may have a low cost, but the activity adds too much of the value of the end products, since a rough diamond is significantly less valuable than a cut. Foolish diamond research suggests a relationship between capabilities developed in particular functional areas and the firm's financial performance are both the corporate and business unit level 23, suggesting the need to develop capabilities at both levels. VRIO analysis. Given that almost of anything a firm possesses can be considered a resources capability, how should you attempt to narrow down the ones that are core competencies and explain why firm performance differ? To lead to a sustainable competitive advantage, a resource or capability should be valuable, rare, inimitable, including non-substitutable, and recognize this VRIO framework is the foundation for internal analysis. Number 24. VRIO is an acronym for valuable, rare, imitable, and organization. If you ask managers why their firms do well while others do poorly, and common answer is likely to be our people. But this is really not an answer. It's especially valuable. Why don't competition have similar people? Can't competitors hire our people away? Or it's that there's something special about the more over your ability to identify whether an organization has VRIO resources? Will also likely explain their competitive position. In the figure, you can see that the firm's performance relative to this industry fares as likelihood vary according to the level to which resources, capabilities, and ultimately core competencies satisfy VRIO criteria. The four criteria are explored next. Valuable. A resource of capability is said to be valuable if it's allowed the firms to exploit opportunities or negotiate the threats in the environment. Union Pacific extensive network of rail line, property, and equipments in the Gulf Coast of the United States invaluable because it's allow the company to provide a cost-effective way to transport chemical because the Gulf Coast is the gateway for the majority of chemical production in the United States. The rail network allows the firms to exploit and market opportunities. Delta's control of the majority of gates at the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. CVG gives it significant advantage in many markets. Travel worldwide have rated CUG one of the best airports for service and convenience 10 years running. and the possession of this resource allow Delta to minimize the threat of competition in this city. Delta's controls air travel in this desirable hub city, which means that this asset's resource has significant value. If a resource does not allow a firm to minimize threats or exploit opportunities, it does not exchange that competitive position of the firms. In fact, some scholars suggest that owning resources that do not meet the VRIO test of value actually put the firm at a competitive disadvantage. And now we learn and study part 48. To continue the principle of management, please subscribe Kiran channel. Thank you.